Hello and welcome back to canpeateat.com, where we help you determine which foods your pet can and cannot eat. In this video, we are going to answer the question, can dogs eat Skittles? In this video, we will explain exactly what Skittles are, why dogs can or cannot eat them, and more. We'll also share with you a few foods that are similar that they should absolutely stay away from. So, be sure to watch this entire video to learn if your dog can eat Skittles. Be sure to like, subscribe, and pour the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. Also, click the first link in the description for a free guide to train your dog. Question of the day: what has your dog gotten into that scared the daylights out of you? Comment below and your comment may be pinned and featured in a future video. Can dogs eat Skittles? What is Skittles? Skittles can be found in many colors, flavors, and shapes. They can also be found in different food families. Can dogs eat Skittles? The answer might surprise you. Dogs can eat some of the types of Skittles that are considered safe for people to consume. However, it can depend on what kind of dog you have and how much they're eating at a time. If your dog gets sick from eating too many pieces of this candy, there can be potential health concerns and signs that something is wrong with their stomach or digestive tract, which may need medical attention right away. In this article, we will go over things like why. What are Skittles? Skittles are a member of the food family known as candy and can be found in many different colors, sizes, flavors, shapes. Skittles can also come with or without wrappers, depending on where you purchase them from. Skittles can be made up of a variety of different things, depending on the flavor. For example, Skittles can include sugars, sugar cane and sugar beet, corn syrup solids or dextrose, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, beetle juice. Food coloring, which can come from plants like carrots or grapes. Food family of Skittles. The food family that Skittles belongs to is called candy, including other popular snacks such as lollipops and gummy bears and hard candies like peppermints and caramels. Skittles can be a dangerous food for dogs to eat. The candy family includes chocolate, caffeine, and Nutella, among many treats which can cause harm if they get into them. Dogs should not have access to these items at all times to keep them safe from experiencing any symptoms of poisoning or illness due to eating this kind of treat. Can dogs eat Skittles? Skittles are candy that people can eat. However, it may not always be safe for canines to eat this treat. Depending on your dog's age and how they react to certain foods, you can rely on whether you choose to give them Skittles or not. Skittles for dogs can range from bad tasting, not appealing, to very harmful if eaten by your canine companion. It really can depend on several factors such as how much they eat, what type of food family the Skittles belong in, or not, and whether or not you think your dog will like/dislike the flavor of this candy treat. While it is strongly not recommended, yes, dogs can eat. If your dog finds a few on the floor and eats them, he may feel a little sick. You should not feed them Skittles intentionally. Best way to feed your dogs with Skittles. Although there are many ways of feeding your dog with Skittles, 5 are better than most. The 5 best ways to provide your dogs with Skittles are as follows. 1. Mixing it in their regular food is an easy way to get your dog to consume a few extra vitamins. This works because the sweet taste is masked by the strong flavor of their regular food, so they won't even know there is anything new mixed in with it. As long as you don't overdo it and let them consume too much sugar, this should not be harmful to their health at all, in moderation. If you choose this method, make sure to give them no more than 10 to 20 pieces, split between each meal. 2. Of course, you can give them a few pieces as a treat, if they are not allergic, of course. You should be aware that there is some sugar in these, so overfeeding will affect their health and may lead to obesity or even diabetes in the worst-case scenario. 3. Freeze-dried Skittles are available if you want something fun for them, but do not want extra sugar, because they have already had their daily intake of candy/sweets, etc. There is no added sugar, and they seem to enjoy licking them to feed your dog with Skittles. 4. gel Skittles are also available. The only difference is that they are not in their standard rectangular shape/form and come in small pods. This could be good or bad depending on how your dog feels about it, but at least you know they will not be consuming any sugar. 5. Finally, you could try making something yourself. If you like cooking and dogs, this can be a fun and exciting experiment for you. Plenty of recipes online show you how to make different kinds of threats that may feed your dogs with Skittles, not include some form of sugar. Reasons why dogs can eat Skittles. Skittles are a sweet treat that many humans enjoy. It's not surprising, then, to hear there is no harm in giving Skittles to our canine friends as well. Here's why they can chow down on them. 1. High in calories. Skittles contain on average 50 calories per serving. For a medium-sized dog, that equates to about 10% of their daily caloric intake, so it's not much at all. However, a healthy dog will be sure to enjoy it. 2. Natural source of citric acid. Citric acid is found naturally in some fruits and veggies such as oranges, lemons, and limes. It helps with vitamin C absorption, healthy digestion, and also gives foods the sour flavor associated with certain dishes, for example, lemon. 3. High in sugar. Of course, you should only give your dog a small amount of Skittles as they are incredibly high in sugar. However, not all sugars are created equal, and the sugar found in fruit, and most ingredients used to make Skittles, is significantly easier for dogs to digest than chemical sugars such as those found in processed foods, soda, or anything that contains maltodextrin or dextrose, corn syrup basically. It is more challenging to absorb chemical sugars than natural ones because artificial ingredients do not contain regular food's same properties. This means that some dogs can't process them for energy and instead store them as fat, leading to obesity. Now that your dog knows what Skittles are made of, it should be easy to deduce that they're incredibly high in sugar and, as such, should be given only a tiny amount. 4. Citric acid helps prevent tartar buildup. Tartar is the name for the calcified plaque that has hardened on teeth during the day. By eating Skittles, dogs can help remove some plaque naturally without the need for other methods such as toothbrushing, although it's still recommended. Letting your dog eat Skittles every once in a while can also help keep their breath fresh because the citric acid kills bacteria on contact, preventing lousy breath buildup. If you have an older dog who may not like getting so many sweets, Skittles are the perfect way to ease them into it so they can get a taste of their favorite fruit flavor without any added chocolate. 5. They're delicious. Although Skittles may not be something you want on your dinner table, dogs will go out of their way to find them and eat as many as they can because they're so tasty, and generously give some away if you ask me. The fantastic flavors that Skittles provide are often valuable for training and conditioning dogs who get too excited when given the word cookie. By using Skittle-flavored treats, dogs are less likely to drool due to an association with food rather than excitement. Skittles have been used for decades as a reward during dog training sessions, and it is still recommended by top trainers all over the country. Possible concerns when eating Skittles. When your dog eats Skittles, he may exhibit some alarming symptoms. Here are the initial reactions that you might see in your pet. Loss of appetite. If your dog can't stop eating Skittles, it can be a sign of an underlying problem. Loss of appetite is the first thing to look for when noticing unusual behavior in dogs. It can indicate something's wrong with their digestive system, and you must immediately take them to a veterinarian. There are many possible causes why they might lose their appetites, such as tooth decay or food allergies. However, suppose they're not vomiting or showing other signs of gastritis. In that case, diarrhea should also be checked by a doctor since it can lead to dehydration and malnutrition very quickly if left untreated, especially in puppies. Vomiting. Since most candies aren't hazardous on their own but can cause gastrointestinal problems due to the high sugar content, vomiting can also result if they can't process them fast enough. Diarrhea. If your dog gets diarrhea after eating Skittles, it can be a sign that something's wrong with their digestive system. Some candies are packed with high amounts of sugar, leading to irritable bowel syndrome (IBS), causing severe diarrhea and other gastrointestinal problems such as colitis or pancreatitis. All these conditions require immediate veterinary care because, left untreated, they can cause dehydration and malnutrition very quickly in dogs. Signs dog is sick from eating Skittles. If your dog is showing signs of any of these signs after having Skittles, it's time for a checkup with the veterinarian. Increased blood sugar. The most common sign of eating too many Skittles is increased blood sugar. However, even a few can make your dog bounce off the walls and crave more sweets. Overheating. On a sweltering day, never leave your dog in a car with Skittles because they can quickly overheat on days with high temperatures. A small amount can cause heat stroke if left inside for too long. Weakness or lethargy. Skittles are packed full of chemicals that can affect dogs' overall health and well-being, causing them to feel weak and tired all the time after eating just one bag. If this sounds like what's happening to your pet, it might be best to take them out for some fresh air while you call the vet. Unconsciousness or seizures. After eating substantial amounts can cause your dog to get sick and even pass out, which would be a good time for you to call the vet immediately. Seizures can also happen if they eat too many Skittles at once, so make sure that doesn't happen either. What to do if your dog is sick from eating Skittles? If your dog has accidentally consumed a large quantity of Skittles, it can be pretty scary. However, it is essential to remain calm so that you can make the best choices for your dog's health and well-being. If your pet has eaten more than a few Skittles, do not wait until they have passed through their system naturally, as this can take up to 48 hours for small dogs, or 72 hours for larger breeds. The first thing you should do when an emergency arises regarding your pet's well-being is call the vet clinic closest to where you live immediately. Time lost in treatment can mean loss of life. A quick phone call can give some peace of mind knowing how quickly help will arrive. Avoid these similar foods from this family. Foods that are similar in appearance to those on the list of foods you should avoid from this family include blue cheese. Blue cheese can be highly dangerous to dogs and can lead to gastrointestinal issues. Chocolate. Chocolate can cause several symptoms, including vomiting and diarrhea. This is because cocoa butter in chocolate contains bromine, which can be toxic for your pooch. Grapes. Grapes are also not suitable for pets. Although they may seem like healthy snacks, grapes can cause kidney failure and death in dogs with even just one serving, so make sure you keep these away from Fido at all costs. The safe amount of Skittles a dog can eat before getting sick. The can dog eat Skittles answer is yes. The can dog eat Skittles question can be answered in several ways, depending on what you consider safe and how much your dog weighs. If we are talking about humans eating them, then no, the can dog eat Skittles answer would be no because they contain artificial food coloring, which could cause hyperactivity and diarrhea if consumed by humans. However, that doesn't apply to canines. Most veterinarians recommend giving small amounts of candy or other sweet treats as a reward for good behavior during holidays such as Halloween or Christmas. So long story short, it's safe dogs can eat Skittles, but like with pretty much anything else, moderation is key. Final thoughts. Skittles are a type of fruit-flavored candy. They come in many different flavors and colors. Some people may be wondering, can dogs eat Skittles? This answer is yes, but they should only have one or two at most because too much sugar can make them sick. So if you're thinking about giving your dog some Skittles for Halloween, follow the tips we've provided to keep him safe while having fun with his new treat. Hopefully, we've helped you decide if the food was safe to eat. If we did, be sure to check out a free guide to turn your good doggy into a great doggo. Also, comment below if you'd like us to help you determine if your pet can eat other types of foods. Disclaimer: Can Pet Eat does not intend to provide veterinary advice. We go to great lengths to help users better understand their dogs. However, the information provided is not a substitute for veterinary guidance. Please be advised we are not veterinarians. Always consult your veterinarian.